Hi, my name is Sam Amoline, and this is my case study for internet use violations and threats over the World Wide Web. What do I know about this case study? A Facebook page is created about Miss Tate, one of my teachers, that's offensive. Miss Tate is upset and feels unsafe in her home. She called me during the weekend. She feels her life is in danger. The creator of the page is unknown. She's only contacted me about the Facebook page. Miss Tate suspects William Hall, which is a student in her class that she's had previous confrontations with, and the suspicion is based off of a hunch. She really doesn't have facts. What do I need to know? If the threat is serious, who made the page? The superintendent already knows about this, and what Miss Smith feels about, it's actually Miss Tate, feels about the incident on Monday. What is the problem? Someone has threatened and offended my staff. The threat could be labeled as a death threat, and I would label it as that. Miss Tate is extremely upset. The student feels this strongly about Miss Tate, and that's a problem. The superintendent does not know. This page could be public, and many students can see it. And again, I don't know who made the Facebook page. My plan of action first would be to call the police and inform them of a threat. Yes, it might be a silly threat. The kid might not even know what he was doing, but could be really serious. So I can't take a chance. Got to call the police. Have to notify the superintendent. He or she has to know what's going on in our school, especially if it's a problem with students threatening staff. I could reach out to the tech department as well and see if they could help. Reach out to Miss Tate on Monday to help her. That's really important. Keep her involved. When I find out who the student is that made this, question that student. Then I could plan future proposals of proper internet use for students. I can also plan professional development for teachers on de-escalation and the relationship with students. Strategies when I implement that plan. I definitely have to have police involved when staff safety is threatened. Um, when I have some suspicions, maybe if the Facebook page is made on campus, or maybe I don't have a suspicion, I can involve the tech department, because if that Facebook page is made on school property, they could review computer history, especially in Miss Tate's class, if that person did it there. Just trying to figure out a couple different avenues we can investigate. Meeting and encouraging Miss Tate. Miss Tate needs her staff, she needs her leadership to be alongside her and to really respect and help her through this process. She was very worried on the weekend, so Monday, I'm expecting that she still has a lot of those worries. Definitely have to make sure that William Hall cannot be singled out just on that evidence alone from Miss Tate when she called me. We have to investigate based on facts. We have to be fair to all students, especially William Hall, who might have a bad rap because of previous run-ins. And I also want professional development and student plans to encourage future proactive solutions. So how is this best for all students? Students like Williams deserve a fair process. It's just not enough to have a hunch. Facts must be present to suspect guilt. Threats need to be taken seriously. Just because it might be on Facebook doesn't mean it's serious. We've talked about a lot of things in this class where it's just not enough to say, oh, well, that harassment, it wasn't really serious. It was just a joke. There's been court cases about things that haven't been taken seriously. So we need to take every threat seriously. Internet safety definitely needs to be promoted. Maybe the students aren't aware that, hey, what they post on the internet, it's permanent, it's serious. So we need to have some type of learning for the students. They will benefit also, those students, from future teacher training on relationships and de-escalation. So those could be some of those things best for students. So what's the resolution of the problem? We need to find out who created the page, from police or the tech department. We need to meet with that student, follow discipline policy on their punishment. That's also equality. Just because they're a certain student, they shouldn't get less or more of the punishment. We need to provide some type of future educational piece for that student being punishment. Maybe look up internet safety, look up things about the seriousness of what you do on the internet as part of their punishment, some type of educational piece. Need to still meet with Miss Tate and check on her, see if she is getting better with this problem, see some type of resolution with her. We need to provide staff and students with with some type of education to promote growth. In the process, what was I thinking, feeling, and valuing? I was thinking about listen to Miss Tate and make her feel safe. That's really important. She's part of my staff. I was thinking that we need to take every threat seriously. That's very important. I value that students should be treated fairly, especially William. And I'm also thankful for Miss Tate's communication. She didn't just let it go and then handle everything herself, which could present another problem. I was thinking that we need to have every fact organized to stop this problem. Need to promote safety and make the situation a learning opportunity. What needs to be solved more? Who the Facebook page creator is. Still don't know who that is. Does Miss Tate want to take legal action? We've talked in this class, it's law, that she might have some wants to pursue this legally, maybe to find out who created the page because they defamed her, or they cost her, you know, future monies. We need to see if Miss Tate really wants to go that far and then talk to her about that. What does superintendent feel about the situation? And is there deeper issues in Miss Tate's class? This could be just something coming up because things going on in Miss Tate's room. So need to solve that. How did I promote the success of every student with integrity? Um, I did not interrogate the students. Treating them fair, I could just round up every one of Miss Tate's students and just question them. Not a good idea. Be kind and respectful to Miss Tate. I could treat her like, she's a bad teacher or a crazy person because she's reacting this bad to a Facebook page. We needed to treat her with respect. Every threat is credible, so needed to do that for her. We needed to treat students involved with the page with understanding and remember that they still are children, they're still learning. How do I promote the success of every student by acting with fairness? Only question legitimate fact based suspicion students. Discipline according to school policy. Don't just make it up as I go if I don't like the student. Act knowing that they're still children, like the last page, and collaborate with my peers to check my actions. Maybe I need to see other principals, other adults, and say, hey, am I still doing the right thing? Just have some, checks and balances. How did I promote the success of every student by acting in an ethical manner? Followed board policy. Make sure that I did not act based upon racial, gender, or orientation bias. Just learned that in class. You need to treat students with equality. Operate based on facts to just not have any type of stereotypes or anything like that. As a reference, use some of the book with this argument. I hope you guys enjoyed my case study.